What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Willis back here again, 97.5 Hot FM. It's all good to have you back, real marmalade kind of stuff back here. Welcome back, everybody, to Irrelevant Suggestions, episode number 20. That's right, I'm back in the hot seat, back where I belong, back where magic happens. Today is our 20th episode. It's a very big day for us. And with me again is the man, the myth, the rapist. I mean, sorry. The man, the myth, the legend, Rob.
Hello. Will.
Where have you been, man?
Where haven't I been? It's been an absolute whirlwind.
It's been difficult to pin you down the last week.
Since last week, since it happened, it's just been another level.
You look. You've come in today wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, you know, I've got to keep a low profile these days.
From who? What do you mean?
Listen, there was a lot of feedback from last week. A lot of success. Got a lot of phone calls, some from you. So, you know, I'm keeping a low profile so the paps don't get me. You know how it is. Oh, no you don't.
So, let me just clarify here. What?
Sorry, apologies.
What is that?
I was just clearing my throat. Sorry, just something I picked up.
What?
Week.
What you're saying is, just so I can get this straight.
You take as long as you need.
Since last week's episode,
Where I hosted, yeah.
You've had some sort of extraordinary success from the podcast.
You could call it a rapid rise to fame, yes.
And
I got some phone calls late that night, did some partying, met some people, some executives. You wouldn't know them. I'm not even going to...
What would you say? One of their names?
No.
Could you say...
John. One of them was probably called John.
And
let's be honest.
You didn't even take their name after you met them.
I didn't need to. They knew me. That's what mattered.
Have you managed to continue the relationship then?
Yeah.
And you went, did you say a pool party?
Pool parties, Will.
More than one?
There was more than one in one day. There was 2 pools and a slide.
In February?
In February. It was freezing. But totally worth it. Totally worth it. Loved it. Loved every second.
Did you... What, you swam there?
Yeah.
You swam at the pool parties in February?
Yeah.
With...
Brockwell Lido. Get down there. It's beautiful.
They did it in Brockwell Lido?
Oh, yeah. They booked up the whole thing. It wasn't private or anything. It was still open to the public, but they had like a booth. It was beautiful. Honestly, it was beautiful. Sandwiches, the works.
So
listen, it's just the price of success, I guess.
So what you're saying is the senior music moguls,
in and around the Greater London area,
are in Brockwell.
Slough mainly.
Slough.
Yeah, a few Slough heads are down there.
People from Slough.
Yep.
And they go to Brockwell Lido in February.
Listen, they come to me. That's all I can say.
So, what does that mean now? Have you got some sort of stuff going on, or?
I don't want to go into it. There was a few investments made, and I'm back in.
You
now.
made investments?
I don't want to go into it too much detail, but I'm back in now. Back in my spot. So let's see how it goes. Well,
I mean, that's come as a bit of a shock. I mean, I've done 19 episodes. Well, actually, I've done.
I did one, and look what happened.
Did you mention anything about obviously the 2 of us?
What about you?
Well, yeah, I mean,
people listened to it, so they knew you were there, but
didn't come up at all.
Didn't come up. They might have done, but
didn't think anything about that.
Didn't think on, to be honest. I was too caught up in my thing. So, if it happens again, I'll think about it.
I'd love to obviously be involved in that. That'd be good.
Have you even got a pair of trunks?
Have you got any trunks?
Have you got any?
Yeah. What did you wear? Slazzies?
Slazzy socks, yeah.
Slazzy socks.
Yeah.
Well,
hide the verrucas.
Hide the verrucas.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you listen, I'm back. And after the show if I can just have a quick word with you about something that's completely off topic. Just remind me later. That's all.
Jesus, that sounds ominous. But yeah, of course you can. You can talk to me anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime you need.
Should I take this off now?
Up
I
to
don't
you.
think there's any paps in here. Are there?
Well, you'll be safe. Yeah,
Should be safe.
Yeah,
I'll take it off.
get yourself back to
I'll
normal.
take it off.
So anyway, look, I'm glad that you you finally got something going on in your life, I guess.
Some recognition.
Yeah. So today's episode, everybody, we're going to talk about a couple of things. I kind of wanted to give a little update and talk a little bit about a very interesting interview I had last week with
Who were you interviewing?
Thanks for that, Rob. I was actually being interviewed.
You were the interviewee.
Yes.
Okay. Just to be clear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would do that. You'd say something like that, which makes it seem like you've basically you've built something up there differently, as if I've had a really good interview with somebody of notability, and actually that's not the case. But okay, I've obviously, a month or so ago, I got made redundant, and like any sort of normal adult, I need a job.
You need the money.
Need the money coming in. I've got to pay my bills because these things need to be paid. And so I guess in any situation like this, you learn a lot about yourself, don't you? You kind of, your true colours come out. And I think I've realised that I'm actually a little bit lazy. Which is, I think I'm a little bit lazy.
A little bit lazy, yeah.
Finding a job is very tedious. It's very hard.
It's a lot of effort. Yeah.
So one way to circumnavigate that effort in the world that I come from is
Earth.
You can use recruiters. Now, yeah.
No, they're actually not that bad.
Well, you see, I think you get a sort of mixture of recruiters, don't you?
Yeah.
You get some good ones, and then you get the bad ones.
Yep.
They're kind of
the bad apples,
fresh out of college, and sort of slick back hair with the Helly Hansen belt.
Classic.
Doing a lot of coke on the weekends and the weekdays.
Yep.
In the office.
Them and estate agents in the same bracket.
There is a sort of a linear group of them.
They all must be friends from school.
Yeah. And that's okay. I think
that's okay.
One thing you got to remember is these guys get people go into recruitment to help people.
To really make a difference.
They're there to help.
Yeah.
Help people.
No ulterior motive whatsoever.
That is purely the most pure form of humanity is recruitment.
Pure altruism.
Yes. That's what they're there for.
Nothing more than that.
That's what they're there for. And that's fine. So anyway, I had one guy who, we kind of spoke a bit, and he'd got me this opportunity, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to take it to the next step. And we had a chat, and we were on the phone.
Yep.
Before I was going in for this. It's a face-to-face interview. I'm talking about him. And
thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. And he says, look, mate, you're going to love it. The guy's real nice. Company's really good, mate. You're going to be a great fit there. It's going to suit you down to the bone.
I'm telling you, you're going to be great. They're going to love you.
Listen, mate, you're going to be absolutely mucker in there.
What was your name again?
What was your name again, son?
Whatever you want, double it.
Double it. Just tell them everything I said.
And 10%.
10%. And this, so I'm listening on the phone. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, listen, just one thing I will say is, it might be a little serious and it might be a little short.
What, as in the length of the interview?
No, he might just be a little short with me.
Oh, okay. The guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I thought, okay, yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks. Yeah, go in there, smash it. But smash it.
You already got it, mate.
You're going to smash it, mate. See you later. Yeah,
bye.
Thank you. Boop, boop. Now, I think in any situation like this with interviews, as my dad always told me, there's two sides to an interview. Okay? You got the interviewer, and you've got yourself, and you're both in the middle, and you're both effectively doing the same thing. The interviewer saying, going through the list,
What's your name?
was he being paid?
Where'd you come from?
Was he being paid what he said he was getting paid?
Yeah.
Does he have the experience that he says he has claimed?
Yeah.
And is he lying?
And fourth, if they've not met you before, is he a complete
Yes.
nut job?
And on your side, you're going, does he know I'm lying about my wage?
Yeah.
Does he know I'm lying about my experience?
Has he clocked on to either of those things?
And has he clocked on to either of those things or anything around
and
it?
have I concealed how much of a nutcase I am?
Yes.
Yeah.
Through my veneers.
Mm.
Fuck it, mate.
I need a job, mate. I need this job. And you're going to give it me. Sorry.
Who's that going for a job?
I don't know.
Is that Fagin going for a job?
He's back.
I've been self-employed.
Get in the van, get me a job. You're not getting back in the van until you got me a job.
Listen, mate, I've been self-employed for
Since 1864.
my whole life. I've run a successful team
All of it.
of shirt lifters. Actually, no, shirt lifters is something slightly different.
What is it? Someone who steals shirts.
Yes.
Yeah.
In today's world, probably.
So how did the interview go?
So, yeah.
Get
So
to
listen-
the brass tacks
So
of this.
listen,
Come on.
I get into this. It's in a fancy hotel in
Oh.
London.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've never had an interview in a fancy hotel in
Coffee,
London.
tea, coffee.
No, that wasn't the case either.
Didn't even offer you a beverage.
No, because what happened was I got in and I walk into the sort of lobby where I'm meant to be meeting,
Yeah.
and I'm 10 minutes early. And I think 10 minutes early is...
10 minutes is perfect.
Yeah, I think
Not
that's...
too early. Not too late.
Yeah,
Not on time. Just perfect to settle yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the optimum time.
Mm.
And I got there, and because I've seen him on LinkedIn, I knew what he looked like.
Yeah.
So I walked in, but I could see him sat down in the corner, eating some food on his
Ooh.
own,
What?
sort of tucked in. And it didn't look like he'd timed it very well, because I could see that he still had quite a bit to go.
Mm. What did he have?
It looked like a Caesar salad.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can get through that pretty quick.
Oh, that's true. So I thought, okay, look, wait, because he hadn't seen me. Wait like another 5 or 6 minutes.
Yep.
And then I'll message him and send him a message. Say, hi, look, I'm here in the lobby bit. Let me know where you want to meet. And then he has control from there to sort of come
The
over.
ball is in his court.
Yeah. And I sent the message, and I just got nothing back. And I could kind of see he wasn't looking at his phone.
I was going to say, did you see him kind of go?
Yeah.
"Oh,
So I left it another few minutes, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go over there.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, because I'm going for like a sales job.
Yeah.
I want to show a bit of courage, because that's what courage is in this modern
Try
world.
and sell him something. Yeah.
Going over to the person that you're meeting.
Oh, mate. What was his name? Daryl.
Well,
Just throwing it out there.
his
Don't know why I assumed it was
name
Daryl.
was Carlo.
Oh, okay.
Carlo Quintanti. So,
Okay.
I walk over and I interrupt his meal and I say, "Hi, I believe you're waiting for Will."
Hi there.
Hi there. So I walked over and he kind of looked at me. I could tell instantly that I didn't like him, because he looked at me. He went,
Oh, the look.
you know, like a slow look.
Oh, sorry.
Don't do that again.
Okay.
Ever
It's
again.
gone to my head.
And he just looked at me very slowly and sort of rudely.
That's really bad, that.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, we had the interview, and it's safe to say he was very non sort of friendly and didn't give me anything to sort of go by. And then that was kind of it. And I couldn't put my finger on it. And then as we stood up to leave, he stood up, I stood up. I realised that he was absolutely tiny.
Oh.
He was one of the smallest men I've ever met.
You can't pick that up on LinkedIn.
You can't. And it all
As the photos further down.
went. It all clocked.
It all made
It all
perfect
clocked in the
sense.
face. Yeah.
No, I get it.
Small man syndrome.
Really?
Yeah.
He saw you coming and thought, who's this lanky
Yeah.
streak of piss?
Yeah, and I'm not that tall. I mean, I'm 6'2", 6'3" on a good day, which is I've never been 6'3".
Yeah.
I'm typically 6'1.2". How tall are you, out of interest?
Not that. 5'10"? 5'10" and proud, sir.
5'10".
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
See,
he was about 5'11" then.
No, you wonder why people are annoyed at you. No, when you didn't get the job.
Yeah, well, I did that.
Short!
I
Just went in, short man.
I turned the job down.
How tall are you then?
So what's another your chat, son?
Come on then. What is it, 5'8"? What?
Oh, how tall are you, boy?
How big are your shoes? Come on. What size are they?
No, but I just had this image of him sat there interviewing me with his little legs swinging under the chair. You know?
Like mine are.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, almost. So you didn't get the job. Or did he offer you a job but you rejected it?
I got offered through to the next stage and I politely
Are
declined.
you shortest?
No, I'm not, but
Nah.
nah.
Yeah.
I would never judge anyone on their features. But in this case, I think
you did.
I think it was
categorically.
I think it was a prime part of his persona.
It was. Oh, okay.
Mm.
That was his thing, was it?
But you must have met quite a few short people that have got a bit of a chip on their shoulder.
Have I?
Well, you must have.
Probably, yeah.
That's the kind of question they say in an interview, isn't it?
How the frig are you meant to answer that?
So what makes you so aggressive? And you say something, oh, well, actually, no, hang on, I'm not aggressive. You've just said I'm aggressive.
You've just said that. You just said that.
You just said that to me.
Get in the van.
The guy said, on a scale of... what did he say? Where are you on the scale in terms of passive to aggressive? I should have gone. Pretty fucking good.
Cool as a cucumber, sonny.
That'd been the most passive-aggressive answer I could think of.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Sometime I'll tell you.
Maybe sometime I'll tell you, guy.
Mm.
Maybe we'll become really good friends and I'll tell you one day.
But you interview people, don't you?
Yeah, I have done, in the past.
Mm.
In the previous incarnation.
So where'd you get all your questions from?
Just from me brain. Just say them. Don't really Google it or anything. I've got no specific methods.
Christ.
John, is it?
I really...
What makes you think that you're good for the job?
That's what you lead with?
No, obviously not.
So where'd you get your little skews from? I bet you went on Google and went, interview question.
Interview questions. First time.
First time interview.
No, it came natural to me, Will.
Yeah.
As most things do, it just comes natural.
You're right.
Once you're in there, in the room, you just really get into it. And
right.
It's a real power trip.
How would you how would you kind of describe yourself?
I really get off on it.
Do you? I'm sure you do. What sort of persona do you carry?
What I like to do is I like to wear my suspenders that day.
Oh.
And then have a wheelie chair so I can spin round. Oh, come in. Mr. Rook will see you now.
Hang on a minute. Are you saying that...
Buzz him in, Sandra.
So,
Shouldn't say Sandra.
are you saying that you dress like Michael Douglas from Wall Street?
Yeah.
So
slick back hair
and
stripe.
And when they come in, you're facing the other way on your swivel chair.
Yeah.
And then you spin around.
I wasn't expecting
for the big reveal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a real power trip.
You do that every time, do you?
Every single time, without fail.
Have you ever interviewed somebody and they've completely mugged you off?
No, they haven't brought their own chair, so they can't spin me back.
So, yeah, that's true.
I've had a few,
above your post, sort of
clearly just, well, to be fair, I've had a few where I've just gone, this is awful.
Why?
And to be honest, you make your mind up quite quickly in an interview. You're a bit like, this person's not... But you have to kind of go through the formality of getting to an end.
Really?
I've never gone halfway through an interview, stop, I'm gonna stop you there. I would never do that. I've not done that yet. But I've had a few where they've come in and clearly looked at me and gone, who the frick is this pipsqueak?
Really?
Yeah, some really senior people have just gone, no, this is not.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it kind of goes both ways.
No, that's what I meant though. So have you ever had somebody come in and then...
Yeah, there's been a few.
And they've been really above your
clearly
remit.
Just far superior. Just okay.
And you're there.
So, question 1. What's your favourite colour? Question 2. What's your second favourite colour? And the Michael Douglas thing just goes out the window then.
Do you like cookies?
Do you want a cookie? So yeah, no. It's quite a fun experience doing that.
That's a bit like in The Office, isn't it?
Yeah.
The American Office.
Yeah.
And that character they write in who goes in for an interview and then he becomes the whatever, the owner of Dunder Mifflin or whatever the hell.
Don't remember that one.
Check it out, guys. Check it out.
Anyway,
but yeah, no, that was all I guess in terms of interviews, which I thought was.
So you're still in the market then?
Yeah, I'm still very much in the market.
Yeah.
It's been a very quiet few months.
How long have you got left until it's
D-Day? Well,
danger day?
Well, thanks for asking, Rob. That depends on the support from you, the viewers. We've now set up a Patreon. Please send in £2.
Give us money.
No, seriously, do like, comment, and
give us money.
subscribe to us on iTunes and give us a review on iTunes. That would be great.
Yeah.
But I've been watching a lot of foreign films recently.
Have you?
I know I touched on Parasite.
Yeah, you were well into that, weren't you? I haven't
you
seen
seen-
it yet. I've seen it.
Oh god, it's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
And then I watched another one called Handmaiden, and that is another Korean film,
Oh.
and it's very good. But it's actually it's a bit sexual, to be honest. Not one for the grandmother.
Okay.
A
lot of
yes,
inappropriate scenes.
yeah, a lot of inappropriate. It's a very strange film.
Okay.
Very
Have
strange.
you kind of penning yourself as a bit of a film critic these days, eh?
It does appear that that's the route I'm going down.
Is it an option for you on the old career path, do you think?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Apparently not. I haven't had any phone calls, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I tell you what I did do the other day, and that
Go on then.
was life changing.
So
I bought a new Hoover.
you bought a new Hoover.
I certainly did.
Dyson?
Yeah, baby.
Henry? Was it a Dyson?
Dyson.
Wow.
I put in some serious cash for that bad boy.
It's a shame Henry Dyson's a massive Brexit supporter, but anyway.
His name's Henry Dyson.
I just made that up. I don't know.
Right.
Whoever the owner of Dyson is.
He supports Brexit.
John Dyson.
He supports Brexit.
Mr. Dyson.
Well, if you look at that, then
Mr. Dyson to his friends.
technically, I've made a great decision because
Yeah.
maybe he's kind of prepared for all that, and now Dyson will be really useful to have.
What, is it a cordless one or what?
Sure is, big
Yeah.
guy.
I've
Sure.
got one of them in the gaff. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
You got a cordless
We
one?
can be Dyson brothers.
Have you got a Dyson?
Yeah.
You've got a Dyson.
I've got a Dyson.
How long have you had a Dyson for?
Like a year.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Which
It's just not big news in my life.
which one did you get?
Well,
V7, the animal V7.
I don't know which one it is. It's
What
just a
colour
cordless-
is it? What
it's
colour
like-
is it?
It's like just loads of different colours, like
Yeah?
yellow and
Yeah,
white and
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. What colour is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
Mine's pink.
I think mine might be purple.
Oh yeah, nice.
The purple range.
Nice. And how long was yours run for?
Well, it's second hand, so the battery's kind of a bit.
Second hand. Oh
Yeah, it's
I
not-
thought this
yeah.
was too good
It's not
to be.
off the shelf.
I
Come
knew
on.
there was something not
Have
clicking
you
into
bought
place.
a Dyson from
Brand new, sir. Straight out the packet.
and you don't have a job and you're going around
Yeah.
spending money on Dysons?
Yeah. I tell you what, it's one of the best things I've ever bought.
Yeah.
I cleaned my hallway 4 times already
Why?
because
You got nothing to do.
I just love it.
Really?
It's so fun.
I'm telling you, mate, the honeymoon period is pretty short with that.
Really,
Yeah.
really.
You've been to my house.
Mm.
We don't use that thing.
I was shocked you had. I didn't even know you
Yeah,
had
you
dustpan
didn't
and
even know
brush.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, they're great. So yeah, I mean it's expensive, but honestly, well worth it.
A worthy purchase. Is this some kind of plug? Is this what this is?
It's our new sponsor.
Ah,
Yeah,
that makes so much sense.
yeah,
You got a cupboard full of them, have you?
yeah. We went straight from no sponsors to Dyson.
Dyson.
Yeah, one of the largest.
This is Mr. Dyson for Will and Rob.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, after last week's performance, I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Well, I'm just looking forward to seeing some of that money coming my way.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Those investments,
Investments.
just sort of general investments. What investments were made in their company? Rob, I think you've been rused.
You've been had, son.
You've been had.
I'm 50 grand in the hole. Come on, help me. I need this Dyson thing to come off.
You went and met some executives
Yeah.
in Brockwell Lido
Yeah.
with the public welcome to join.
I invested in a company called Jyson.
And
it
you
didn't go well.
you've put in the money at the
Brockwell Lido.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. I just need 10 grand up front. Oh,
Oh, God.
easy money.
Yeah.
Easy money.
People do get done. They do get
They
done.
fleeced, yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also wanted to rattle off some current affairs.
Go for it, my friend.
You did a really good job last week. You
Thank you, Will.
yeah.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You inspired me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think every episode we're going to do
Yeah.
some current affairs at the
It
end.
does sound like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on then. Let's get into it. Let's get into this puppy.
So, in no particular order, we'll go for the light-hearted first.
Okay.
Well, it's not that light-hearted. I mean, it is, but it's not. A woman who had brain surgery.
A brain surgery.
She had a brain surgery. While she was conscious, she remained. She actually played violin throughout the entire surgery.
Wow.
What
What grade?
What grade piano?
Yeah.
What grade play? Oh, goodness me. What grade violin?
Yes.
I don't know, but she was very old. I think she was a classical musician.
That makes sense.
So I saw the video.
She could have been terrible.
Well, to be honest,
and the guy was doing it.
to be honest,
Were they trying to see if they could play
It
it,
looks
through
like
her
that.
brain?
Do you know what would be even
Trying to play Three Blind Mice. Failing
Do you know what would be even funnier? What would be even funnier is if she played really dark and ominous music.
Dun, dun. Oh God, we're losing her.
Yeah. He's like, okay, guys, we're gonna go for the this is the big push, guys. Okay, everyone gather around.
Push.
And then she goes. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a Sicario type thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, she carried on playing throughout the surgery so that she could keep
She bored.
function. Yeah, she's incredible. She's got incredibly developed ADHD, and she had to carry on.
Short attention span.
Yeah.
Do they do that? So if they do something wrong, she'll just go. So she's playing flawlessly.
Beautiful.
Oh God! Oh,
Grazie mille, Magianna. Beautiful.
yeah, beautiful. She's got flowers thrown her at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on the brain.
Not the brain.
A thistle
Rose in the
crown. So yeah, no, I think they do it so that she keeps function of her left arm or whatever the area they're working on.
Oh, pull that back.
Yeah.
Oh, back to normal.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
So anyway, that was quite cool, and I believe she survived.
She survived the procedure.
I believe she survived.
Good for her. I'm glad.
Yeah.
What was wrong with her in the first place? You know.
I don't know, Rob. I didn't read that far. She was playing a violin. It just was
Well,
interesting.
you've got nothing else to do. You've been watching films and hoovering all week, so.
No, I've been busy. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Roger Stone, the
There he
former
is.
Trump advisor,
Yeah. Good
has
old Rogie.
yeah, he's been sentenced to 40 months in prison.
40 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for lying to Congress.
About the whole Rusky thing.
Yes,
Because he was getting involved.
yeah,
Trying to save
yeah.
Dan Trump's back.
He's a very interesting character, and there is a fantastic documentary on him called "Get Me Roger Stone," which was on Netflix, and it should still be on Netflix. And it's a very, very good documentary.
He's the guy, isn't he?
He's the main guy, and it's about him. He actually sort of commentates the film and participates in it actively. So he's been in politics for many years. He was involved in the Watergate scandal. He was a very junior sort of advisor. He's a bit of he's a media manipulator of sorts.
Yep.
And he's a sort of spin doctor in a way.
Not in a way. That's
categorically
what he is.
That is what he is.
Yeah.
And so he first got involved with with the Nixon campaign, and he was involved in the Watergate scandal. Yeah. And he actually has a huge tattoo of Richard Nixon on his back, which is very strange.
Blowing.
Yeah, and he's a massive fanatic of Richard Nixon. So he's been in the game for a very long time, and he's been very good friends with Donald Trump for a very long time. And when Donald Trump sort of got elected, he very quickly distanced himself, got rid of Roger Stone formally, because he knew that there was going to be some skids. There'll be some skids that were found in the pan. So. Trump tweeted today that what's happened to Roger Stone is an absolute outrage and should never happen to anybody else in America again. So very interesting from Donald Trump there. Clearly a very good friend, very loyal friend.
I don't doubt that for a second. Friendships,
friendships last forever.
Last forever.
They do.
Maybe not once he's in prison, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. See how Donnie takes it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was interesting. And then the final thing I'm going to touch on, obviously, not to make light of it, the whole sort of Caroline Flack situation happened this week. So former TV presenter Caroline Flack, who I guess was more well known for doing the whole Love Island thing. I didn't realise she actually kind of made her path starting on Bo Selector. Did you know that? Yeah, I did not.
What?
I don't know. She actually was originally an actress, but I didn't realise that she I didn't realise she found her kind of pathway from there. But it got me thinking about the whole issue with the tabloids and the papers kind of invading people's lives.
Well, listen, that's why I had me.
Well, you had your cap on your
specs on,
specs
just so
What
I
do
get
you
papped on the way.
What do you think? If I'm a Daily Mail reporter and I'm camped on your lawn, and I see
You're in for the long haul.
I'm outside your house. I'm in for the long haul, am I?
Yeah. I mean, all I can see is a YouTube of 10 hours of me sitting in the same spot.
In the same spot,
Virtually immobile.
in your trackies.
In me tracky. In me tracky.
You're single.
In me tracky.
Strange. Rob Rook wears one-legged trackie.
Is this a photo or a video? That's a video. 10 hours.
10 hours.
He hasn't moved.
Do you know it's? Do you know?
I would outlast them.
Yeah. Daniel Craig.
I do.
Yeah.
Not personally.
Harry Potter.
Yet.
No, he wasn't the Lido. No.
No, he wasn't there.
He used to. I've seen this. I don't know if it's like a thing he does, but at one point he wore the same clothes every day so that they couldn't sell the pictures.
Yeah.
Because it was they were like from the same day.
That would happen, but just not through design.
Well, I see. Yes.
Just don't change.
Yeah.
Simple as
Rob
that.
wears brown once again. Well, not today though. You finally learnt not to wear brown.
Well, yeah. Your thing is kind of brown though. So.
No. This is orange, sir. This is orange from the Rebel Alliance Motorcycle Club in Shoreditch, where I once lived and once frequented for my flat whites.
It's a dirty orange, aka brown.
And I went there.
Light brown.
I went in. A very cool little niche shop. I went in to buy a flat white, and I saw this jumper, and I went, "Oh, I'll take it." I took it to the counter. How much, sir? £70.
£700.
It was too embarrassing to say no, so I bought it anyway.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it, please.
Well, thanks, Rob. Look, guys, that brings us to our half an hour mark. We're slightly over today. Apologies. Apologies. We're 2 minutes over.
Standards are slipping.
Already.
You've been back in the hot seat one episode and you're already shambles.
Well, look, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And this is our 20th episode, so thanks for coming along the ride. We appreciate all of your support on all social media, on iTunes, on Spotify, and on YouTube. It's all very much appreciated.
Yep.
Thank you. And, please join us again next week, every Monday. Every Monday, guys. And if there's anything you want us to talk about, please drop us a message on Instagram or whatever medium's best for you, and we'd be more than happy to have a chat
about it.
Yeah,
we'll think about it.
Give us a call. Yeah, we'll call you. Whatever.
We'll call you back. Leave a voicemail. That's what Will does.
That's what I do. All right, guys. Lots of love, and we'll catch you real soon. Bye bye.